Hey everybody, it's Anna. Time for the Wednesday card in this week's tarot story. So we start this week with the Eight of Pentacles reversed. So the number 8 I connect to power and flow, and Pentacles are connected to the physical realm. So they're about jobs and money and hobbies, as well as physical wellness and vitality. So this image shows a man crafting pentacles, and he's already created 7. He's on his 8th one, which means he's been doing this for a while. It also means that because this is an 8 card, he is in the flow of his own mastery. He doesn't have to watch his hands or work really hard at this. He can just trust that he knows how to do this and let his energy and his know-how flow into the world, which means he can enjoy it. He can enjoy the fact that he's at ease and that the world, this blessing is going into the world, not because he's working really hard at it, because he's already developed his inner skill. So when the card is upright, it often suggests to me that we are in the middle of a flow. We know what we're doing. We can relax. We can enjoy it. It also invites us not to be overly vigilant about what we're doing. Like, we don't have to really try to make things perfect. There's no way to make things perfect in the physical realm. So we're not trying to make things perfect. We're just trying to get our blessing into the world in a way that is concrete and experienceable by others, right? So when the card is reversed, as it is here, it often suggests to me that we might be interfering with our flow. And it could be because it could be because we're being perfectionistic, which means that we are being critical of what we're doing. And really, it's almost like the mind is stepping in. So the pentacles are about the physical realm, right? And this card in particular is about having this physical skill in your body that doesn't need to be monitored, right? Nonetheless, the mind is monitoring and questioning and challenging it. And that can be because the mind's a little scared of flow. So even perfectionism, because perfection's not possible in the physical realm, even creating it as an agenda is sort of a silly thing to do, but the mind will use that as an excuse to sort of interrupt our flow. And that's because the mind gets nervous around high momentum. It's almost like, you're driving a car and things are going well, but your mind's like, yeah, but what if something goes wrong? We want to slow down. We want to slow down. It's safer. It's more cautious to slow down. Something might go wrong, right? So there is sort of, it's like a cautious, nervous energy of the mind that keeps interrupting our flow. So you might look at what the mind is scared of. There is probably something, there's some experience or judgment the mind has that's sort of popping up. So just figuring out what is that is kind of popping up for you while you're in your flow. What conversations are having, what narratives happening, what beliefs are happening, so that you can understand the mind's protests. Because I think that is part of understanding where the mind is coming from, is how we address it and begin to correct it, and maybe even heal the pain points that are attached. So get into the flow of something, notice what happens when you get interrupted, and we don't want to get frustrated by it. You're not trying to judge it. You're trying to observe it, to make sense of it, to see what's happening so that you can begin to address it from a place of kindness and love and problem solving, not judgment. That's our first card. See you tomorrow for our next one. Bye.